Hello. So let's see what this reading is. Ooh. We got the truth coming out. So somebody could be moving forward with a greater sense of clarity towards a new beginning so far, at least. Excuse me. And there's supposed to be an eclipse tomorrow, so that was, basically why I was trying to pop on here. Remind people of it. Apparently, it's like there's a major shift energetically that's going to occur, apparently. Anyway, we have the Six of Pentacles, okay, and the Truth. So somebody could be getting to greater recognition with, an energetic flow within a certain situation that could be really something they can feel that they're wanting to dedicate themselves to, and they could be feeling like they're really seeing a true balance. Okay, yeah, look at that. We got the Three of Pentacles. Somebody could be seeing how this could be a cohesive dynamic, or team or partnership that could be really building and creating something larger. So that's cool. So we've gotten a good sense of clarity. Okay, I'm trying to keep these in some type of order so I can remember what's going on here. Okay. Okay, so somebody could be really kind of knowing that they're making major changes that would be creating an upheaval in their life, but they could be really wanting to move forward, feeling like they're following their heart towards what it is that they had, been truly planning for and desiring of to come in. Okay, so somebody could be knowing that they're going through major changes, but yeah, they're no longer wanting to take on situations that are undesired by them, and they could be really, like I said, with Three of Pentacles coming out right here, being more intentional with what they are wanting to bring into a group dynamic, and recognize what it is that they're receiving back in a supportive way. Okay, we got the Hangman and the Chariot. So somebody could be really surrendering into a situation. They've looked at things from all different perspectives and become illuminated to where it is that they're meant to be taking themselves, their true path. And they could be seeing that they're moving forward towards a more prosperous and abundant, victorious position for themselves, and they could be, really bringing in. They could be really bringing in what they could perceive as a gift in their life after, a great sense of achievement. Okay, somebody could have been having a hard time feeling that they were able to, really bring in what they're truly desiring to manifest in their life. But at this point, they could be seeing that they could be taking action in a way that's leading them towards, their what is truly desired, and would be considered a wish come true for them. Somebody could be, getting more intentional with expressing themselves, being vulnerable, and more intentionally knowing where they're wanting to pour into a situation. Okay, somebody could be really stabilizing themselves after heartbreak and pain, and knowing what it is that they need to release from their life in order to achieve their true desires. Okay, see. It's a miracle. Okay. Okay. Let's see what these have to say. Okay. So yeah, somebody could be ready to present their true feelings after having been focused on, you know, mostly just what they'd lost out on previously. They could be, you know, wanting to look at things in a more joyful way and, you know, no longer allow for the negative to overcome them. Okay. We got the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and the King of Pentacles. Crap. Wow, wow, wow. So, somebody could be recognizing that, you know, as they move forward towards this, you know, more intentionally, they could be moving towards their long-term goals, but also recognizing that they have a true, stable partnership that they can rely upon. Okay. So it's like, they could be, you know, getting to a point where they are more openly expressive with their emotional awarenesses, and they could be really kind of creating the shift and the change that they need to, from being consumed by the negativity previously. Okay, they could be also having certain kind of like guidance or leading factors that are helping for someone to be recognizing their true desired loving expression. Okay, so hope that makes sense, but I'm just seeing the synchronicities right now. So yeah, somebody could have been really going inward for some time, and they could have gotten to a greater level of mastery within themselves and what it is that they feel inspired and purposeful when it comes to creating. You know, they could be recognizing what it is that they truly want to bring into their life, physically, that is of importance, and they could be feeling that they are, you know, truly capable of bringing this into form. Oh, we got Four of Swords and the Judgment card, so somebody could be really aligned, aligning themselves in a way that is, you know, recognizing that because of the healed outlook that they have gotten to, it's like they're recognizing that they could come into the true desired position, that they had foreseen previously. Like, now that they are in alignment with that truth, like within themselves, instead of it just being something that they are wishing for or hoping for, they can see that they could kind of step into this position and not have it be so far away from them or outside of them. Oh, look at yeah, it's funny. So we got the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Oh, and the King of Cups. So it's like somebody, like I was saying, could be ready to assert themselves, you know, really step into action, take action quickly and swiftly, towards what they feel is a new, emotionally fulfilling beginning. Okay, and we have, you know, an awareness that there is, you know, the other party, that someone's desiring of. We have a Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. Like, it's like there's a recognition of the true feelings and seeing the truth within this. Okay, so somebody could be really feeling secure with some type of offer that they're wanting to present. You know, they could see how there could have been, you know, opposition in certain ways that were keeping them in a defensive mode, but at this point they could be focusing more on the offer and, you know, moving forward towards the desired structure, and while closing out pain cycles of pain and negativity. They could be, you know, really looking more forward towards a positive outcome. Oh my gosh. We had the Four of Wands and then the Ten of Cups coming up, so, or, you know, surrounding. So, but yeah, this is a Justice card and the Sun, so somebody could be really perceiving a true balance, you know, desired position that they're wanting to really embrace, and, you know, justice from all the difficulty. Oh, look at it. We got the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. Somebody could be really feeling that, you know, as they align with their higher self, they are being able to step into this position within a truly emotionally fulfilling lifestyle. And even the way that the rings are on this, it kind of reminds me of these rainbows I've been seeing a lot, where it's just like so many rainbows just kind of filling up the sky. Somebody could be ready to really embrace, true kind of heaven on earth feel. We got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knigget, the Knight of Wands. All right, so yeah, somebody could be moving forward, creating momentum, and feeling truly inspired. They could be really wanting to safeguard the situation, make everything kind of just as they're desiring for it to be, I guess, like set the whole thing up in a, towards a more positive outcome. But yeah, they could be really trying to create a balance within the truth when it comes to a nurturing partnership or relationship dynamic. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands right next to each other, with this extra card showing that somebody's like leading themselves. They're guiding themselves into a new position. Okay, so it's like there could be a lot of truth and clarity that somebody is really embracing at this time, and they're allowing for this to be fueling them and creating a greater sense of inspiration. There's like almost like with the flame, it needs the spark, and then the thing to burn or whatever, the item of choice that's, anyway. They're the fuel to the fire, right? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, somebody could have had some type of spark of epiphany or an awareness, and they could be also recognizing that they have the sustainability to maintain it. Okay, they could be really kind of paying attention to the signs that they are surrounded within, and allowing for these emotional truths that they've immersed themselves in to really kind of elevate their outlook and allow them to feel more decisive or intentional. Okay, here we go. We got the Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. So somebody could be kind of recognizing that, where they are receiving what it is that they're desiring of, that they hadn't been previously, that they could have been really holding out for and wanting to achieve or have access to. They could be recognizing that they, in different ways that they have matured, they've elevated past the point of really having a, not necessarily codependent, but codependent type of focus. Okay, so instead of expecting for someone else to be sustaining them in the way that they're desiring of, they could be recognizing that they are whole within themselves and could have that greater level of appreciation within a reciprocal dynamic with another well-rounded partner, right? So they could be really kind of recognizing the difference of what they've gone through, what they're desiring of, and what they are actually achieving. Okay. We got the Nine of Cups right here. So somebody could be really getting to a greater sense of contentment within themselves and their own energetic expression. They could be ready to engage in a situation. Crap. Let's see. All right. So yeah, they could be ready to, they could have been illuminated to certain truths within their subconscious, and they could be ready to move forward in a way that they feel like could be symbiotic in a certain way. They could be feeling that this is a, truly divine connection that they could, weave into their life and weave, intentionally and actively, kind of knowing where each party is needing the other to be, They could be ready to really kind of pour into a situation and take action that they feel is, they feel they have the strength within, okay? All right, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody could be ready to really move forward into the next chapter. Okay, they could be feeling comfortable within themselves when it comes to facing certain difficult choices or scenarios that they could have been blocked from. Okay, they could be recognizing that they're receiving cooperation and assistance when it comes to certain things they've been, restricted from, I guess. But at this point, they're making more intentional plans towards, true soulmate connections and celebratory and joyful outlook. Okay, somebody could have really gone through major transformations and is ready for, we got the Lovers right there and the Empress, how cute. Oh, and the Six of Swords, so they could be ready to really move forward, making more loving choices towards a desired counterpart, divine counterpart relationship, and receiving, moving forward and receiving what it is that they truly need or is meant for them. So they could be really holding on to their vision while dealing with different conflict and anxiety. They could, really have envisioned a whole new world, or a new beginning, or cycle, or environment, all of the above. That is, guided and protected and, much more full of peace, okay? So somebody could be really recognizing where it is that they're wanting to pour into and seeing that with this true alignment that they're coming into, it's like there's like this phrase that I have, I guess, that I picked up throughout my meditations, where it's like wherever I go, I'm with God. Like somebody could be recognizing that the path that they're on is being fully and divinely supported. Okay, so it's really cute. we got a naked person. So somebody could be being vulnerable, all right, and then but they're being supported by divine energy, and they're being surrounded and cared for and protected. And we got this little kid right there, letting loose all the doves. So it's like peace on earth right there, so somebody could be really kind of getting to a much more confident position with where they're leading themselves. And I kind of went through the whole deck-ish, kind of, but it makes me, when I go through the whole deck like that, it makes me want to know, well, I didn't go through all of them, right, but it makes me want to know what the other ones said that I didn't go through. Anyway, we'll never know. Let's see. Okay, so somebody's getting to an equilibrium or stability when it comes to their capacity to love, and they could be feeling much more prosperous and skillful. Okay, they could be getting the courage and recognizing the guidance that they're receiving. Okay. I was just gonna say I like it when these decks are lively, and then it just like jumped at me. It's funny. Smack me right in the face. I think that's the only one that fell. Okay, let's see what it is. Change. Somebody could be needing to embrace certain changes. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Okay, we have harmony. Okay, so somebody could be, really kind of getting to a greater harmony within themselves, creating order and peace. Okay, somebody could be clearing their energy and moving forward towards the sustenance they need to persevere. Okay, somebody could be getting wise insight, and they could be feeling a greater level of openness and acceptance and empowerment. Okay, they could be wanting to be steadfast towards the healing that they're needing to do, leading them towards prosperity. Okay, and giving them the courage to be innocent, or express their innocence, and they could be kind of living within the splendor of a promise of the future and a sense of belonging they have within that. Wow. That's cute. Let's see. Okay. It's funny when I could like feel a little bit of them wanting to come out. Okay. I'll give it like one more chance and then they fly everywhere. So let's find out what's happening here. Okay. A little mix up. Here we go. So we have beginnings. Okay. Somebody is making it a priority to move forward towards new beginnings. They've had some type of revelation. They're wanting to be truthful with personal information that's leading them towards fulfillment. They're just wanting to get a greater understanding of truth. Okay, wow. Crazy. These cards are literally just saying this. But yeah, they're wanting to get to a greater level of truth in order to have the desired fulfillment. Okay. They could have felt that they, were, just kind of ordinary in certain ways. And then when they went inward and kind of isolated, they could have gotten to a greater level of completeness within themselves. They could have had a major death and rebirth. Ooh, my ears are ringing. And they could be really embracing what they've seen and learned within certain meditation. Okay, they could be gaining a lot of knowledge that is moving forward towards major shifts and changes. It could have gotten them to a deeper level of compassionate understanding. Okay, they could be paying more time reflecting on certain situations and really wanting to bring a balance in. We have stability, equilibrium, and justice. Okay, so somebody could be really wanting to balance certain scenarios and awarenesses in order to get to a greater sense of wholeness and prosperity. Okay, they're wanting to persevere and relax into, what it is that they're exploring in a situation. Okay, they could be, really wanting to release themselves of certain resentments and move forward towards achievement. Somebody has a determination to move forward towards righteousness. So, okay. Pretty cool. I just watched the movie Good Fortune today. Like, I didn't go see it in the theater type of thing, whatever, just saw on like TV. But it was pretty cute. It was kind of like there's certain things that made it seem like it should be like, I don't know, there's a message there, but they're also kind of making it a little gimmicky. It was cute though. I liked it. But anyway, there's some cute little messages in there. I don't know why I'm bringing that up right now, but oh yeah. Okay, I remember. So it was like, realizations were made and people made changes knowing that they wanted to be, aligned with their true self, right? We have inner knowing. Okay, so union and power, faith and wisdom. So somebody is getting to a greater, union and strength within their inner knowing and having faith within the wisdom, having faith in general. And we got energetic movements. They could be recognizing that there's a need for them to enact these truths and bring them into reality. Okay, so yeah, somebody has a passion and hope. Okay, we got wholeness coming out a lot. So somebody could be definitely feeling, they're aligning with their higher self, their true sense of themselves. And they could be feeling whole and excuse me, masterful. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm just keep going through all the decks, so we're good. Apparently. But somebody's got a positive outlook, okay? They're wanting to surrender into this and really move forward with a greater sense of drive. We have protection and fruitfulness. So somebody could be feeling that they are, moving into a situation where they can anticipate, not only the growth, but, what it is that they are really kind of creating a change within, and that they're protected and guided. This is a spiritual quest that somebody's on, and they're realizing that their, blessings at this point are getting them to a greater capacity to love. We have protection again right here. And somebody could be feeling that their, decisions are being protected. Okay, they could be really transmuting and having a brand new beginning when it comes to their spiritual practice. Okay, somebody could be feeling renewed within a certain transformation, and they could be seeing that they're receiving the guidance that they need to move towards healing and enlightenment. Okay, well, I really hope this reading finds you right at the perfect time, because it's funny that how these do sometimes, so anyway, now I feel like I should do a little more just in case. Let's see. We got the greater good right here and important change. So, compassion. That's what I was talking about earlier. Okay. So once this occurs, once people kind of ignite their, true sense of compassion, there could be this shift where things gonna just get right in place in the way that they're meant to. Okay. It says time will surprise you. It's like I've seen these images. We got luck and calm. So you got luck on your side. You can be calm within this. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's like I've seen our reality in different ways, like as if like there's like a kind of like a circle going around, and you could be over here, and that you're meant to be over here, and like a circle, like, and there's like a little comb going through or whatever. I didn't explain that very well. But like you could be like, I need to be over here, and instead of acting like you have to go all the way around and do all this other stuff, like it's like you have to align into the right position that you're meant to be, to be on the right track. So instead of feeling like there's all these shifts and changes that you need to do, it's like there's just an alignment shift within you energetically that will get you on the true path and like plane of existence that you're meant to be on. So anyway, but we have friends. Okay, so and a message with healing. You could be really kind of in a position where you're assisting others, or you could be, receiving certain messages that are healing for you. We got time will surprise you. Pay attention. Somebody could be needing to transmute more intentionally. Okay, and we have compassion with the greater good. All these cards important change. That is so weird. You guys saw me go through this, right? That is so weird. Nothing else came out. That's so weird, right? Okay. Now we can move on with the story. But yeah, apparently it's really it's really important for somebody to change, shift, and be more compassionate, okay, for the greater good. All right? Okay. It's needing to be reiterated, apparently. Okay. I heard, going through these readings as well, or not just the readings, my meditations, the love that you share matters, now, and every now moment, matters for all time, space, dimensions, frequencies, past, present, future type of whatever, but the love that we share physically on this earth, like, ripples out into the universe. So anyway, keep that in mind. But it says look at the clouds. Okay, so somebody could be needing to be more open to the signs and synchronicities around them. We got a star and moon bath, okay, and star cross. These all came out the other day together. But there's some type of truth that somebody could have been, illuminated to. They could have had certain feelings, that things wouldn't be working out. But there is something untold at this time, okay? And somebody could be wanting to get to a more comfortable position. They're hoping for some type of mercy, okay? Like I keep bringing, that's like the same thing that's happened in a recent reading. So anyway, check that one out. But we got EFGH and the number 2, okay? So somebody could be wanting to get to a greater sense of comfortability within a partnership dynamic, and they could be wanting to, kind of quickly move through this. Okay. Somebody could really kind of feel that they can't fail in this situation and bringing this into fruition. Okay. But once they interact in some type of way, they could be feeling that they are, like, what's the best word, I guess, out of their element, okay? They could be, kind of focused more on negativity or sadness, and they need to release that in certain ways, align their chakras and move into a more joyful position, okay? Then they could be, illuminated subconsciously into a more harmonious position. We have as above, so below, and wish come true. So once somebody is able to, really align themselves with their truth that they have within them and, bring this into their physical instead of creating self-doubt, then, that's when their manifestations could truly come in. And I've seen this like pathway before, like during meditation, where it's like a road or something, right? And every time when I'm like watching this road and I'm like traveling, ooh, this is cool, whatever, and it's just like light, whatever. And every time a thought would go in my head, and I would like, instead of being like, yeah, that's right, like every time I'd be like, ooh, I don't know, like it would take me off course and make me have this like whole like longer path, like weaving back and forth, instead of it just being this straight pathway, right? So somebody, could be kind of needing to pay attention to where the doubt attempts to come in, and how that could be really trying to take you off the course that you're meant to be on, or make it longer for you to get to where you're meant to be, So anytime you have some type of situation that you are, have a belief within, don't allow the doubt to take the forefront or take the wheel, Okay, but recognize that you are protected. Okay, you got magical boundaries right here. And there's just a need for remembrance, okay? So that's cool. Keep that in mind. No matter how far off course, you're always able to get back, right? So clear your negativity, okay? We got universe and turtle, and it just reminded me of that one like flying turtle, and it's like what other different cultures have said before, that we're living on a turtle type of thing. Anyway, could be true. Anyway, so somebody could be, needing to really kind of allow for a more fantastical viewpoint in certain ways, but also see the bigger picture, allowing to clear negativity and really ground in what your true desires are, okay, of your heart. We have strong-willed heart right here, okay? So yeah, somebody could be really needing to align themselves with their truth, recognize this, embrace this, and more intentionally move forward with this, okay? We have illumination, the world, and completion, okay? So once you kind of take action, let me see, seeing the bigger picture, grounding this information, you can be really illuminated to what you're meant to be doing within your environment. Hmm. That's cool. Somebody could be guided to go to Egypt. But otherwise, somebody could be kind of recognizing that they've been in a position of, lack of expressing their true emotions or keeping them contained and hidden. Okay, but at this point, somebody could be feeling more educated with the awarenesses and the truths and the education that they have received. Okay, but Egypt could also be calling. It's funny. Anyway. All right. Barely any cards. Okay. Okay. We got an owl. Okay. So we got justice and resolution. How cute. And an owl, which I always see as wisdom, heavyweight, and transformation. Okay. So yeah, somebody's coming to some type of resolution that is bringing justice, balance, truth, clarity, clarity, and fairness into their life. They could be, making more wise decisions and recognizing the strength that they have within them as they move through, a transformative situation. Okay. So it says move forward. Okay. There could have been some type of stalemate within your emotional, within your soul and your, senses. Okay. But at this point, you could be needing to be innovative and really kind of move forward in a way that you know is correct or true. It's funny. I've been thinking about a lot of different situations where I've had like a psychic awareness, so because of this recognition prior to a situation actually occurring, it was like I didn't have to go through those experiences, and that's what the wisdom is. If you see something, a wise man can learn from somebody else, doing something instead of having to have the experience for himself. So it's like somebody could be kind of recognizing certain truths that they have an awareness within that they could be neglecting or unwilling to see the truth within. And it could be kind of perpetuating a situation where you're having to go through an experience to get to that understanding as a truth instead of having it just be something that you know within you and moving with that knowledge. Okay, so we got God bless and share. Yes. So it could be something that you're recognizing is meant for you to be expressing in a way that is meaningful, not only for yourself but others. And totally spaced on what I was just talking about. So apparently I'm done with that one. But yeah, there's pretty sure it's talking about saying something when you need to doing it, whatever. Anyway, but we got love is everywhere. Okay, you just need to be patient. You're getting to the threshold or the portal. Okay, and yeah. That's like, oh yeah, the wise thing, right? Yeah, not having to go through certain experiences, right? So you could be kind of recognizing that certain flash awarenesses that you might experience where you're like, nah, I don't really want to do that, then you could say, instead of, allowing for that trajectory to occur, you could, sidestep that possibility and, make the shifts or changes that you're needing to, okay? But we have YZ, so yeah, you could be closing out certain cycles, moving with God, with new beginnings and partnerships, and really kind of seeing the synchronicity. Okay, somebody could be recognizing there had been delays within their blessings, but they have abundance coming in. Okay, we got 333, 444, 555, 666. I've been seeing those numbers like on a daily. So that could be not the 666, but the other ones, and then 111, 222. Yeah, so somebody could be moving into a more abundant position. Okay, we have rite of passage. Somebody could be really opening their third eye and, you know, knowing where it is that they're meant to be. Okay. Every time I'm like gonna go, I like hear what I'm saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe there's been some type of need for this narration right now. Oop. We got home sweet home flying out. Cute. Okay. Let's see if this is supposed to be. Whoops. All right, we got unbalanced in reverse. So somebody could be maintaining or, you know, getting their equilibrium, their balance back. And they could be recognizing what they're needing to avoid in order to, you know, move forward into a desired position. With the home sweet home, feeling truly at ease and content, connected. Let's see. And then I'm going to go, okay? But yeah, somebody's got new beginnings and a new start that they can feel successful within. They're no longer seeing a risk when it comes to separating and creating certain endings, okay? They could be seeing, they could be seeing how there were certain unharmonious frequencies that they were allowing for themselves to be on, okay, like as normal, okay. They could be getting to a greater understanding of the difference energetically, okay, and they could be really wanting to move forward more intentionally towards what they feel would be dream proposal, okay. Somebody's wanting to move forward towards an honest partnership and see what type of adventure they could be having within this. We got the number 60 right here, or 60 or 06, but 11, 22, 33, 44, then the letters U, V, W, X. Somebody could be, I don't know, somebody could be wanting to create some type of reset and really move forward in a more family-oriented way. Okay, they could be really embracing the storm at this time, knowing their strength, okay? And we have God sees through our eyes and fertility. Somebody could be really feeling that this is a blessed situation, that they can, you know, take action and lead themselves into and be fruitful within. We have productive right there, okay? Somebody could have been confused, but at this point they could be getting away from certain things that had been stressing them out or making them confused, and they're ready to it says they're expecting changes, okay, and they could be resting within this, integrating, and it says tuning into the frequency of love. God is love, okay. Somebody could be sun gazing and really making major changes, having different meditative awarenesses. We got the letters Q, R, S, T, and the number 5. Somebody is no longer feeling that it's difficult within certain areas of isolation. They could be feeling that they're closing out certain cycles and shifting into a new beginning. They could be being more mature and recognizing what they needed to integrate within them in order to create a stability within their foundation. They got we're going to be following our heart. It says follow your heart and help others, you know, with their own difficulty or what's leading them towards, you know, their own tension. Okay, somebody could be, what was that last card? Okay, I think it was that one. Yeah, creative ventures. Okay, so somebody could be really kind of wanting to be more creative, and they could be wanting a second chance with the divine. Oh, look at how cute. Divine masculine, divine feminine right there next to each other. How cute is that? Okay, we got second chances. So somebody could be really feeling that they're moving towards a situation. They can be receiving more support from, okay, but also happy with the choices that they're creating, okay. Somebody's ready to express themselves. They're getting to a greater level of comfortability, okay, and they could have been battling within, you know, their own sense of joy, okay. They could be getting to a happier position or recognizing where certain levels of happiness or joy or laughter are lacking, okay. So anyway, oof, my foot is asleep. So I'm gonna go now. Sounds about right. All right, but it says share the joy and the gratitude. It's the vibration that matters. Don't fall for low energy. We got tension again. Somebody could be really feeling tense or stressed out about the situation. They could be feeling that this is unpredictable. They could be avoiding their heart or facing reality, okay? They could be feeling like they're, you know, stuck in denial in certain ways. Let's find out more, I guess. But they could be, you know, getting, and we got denial right there. Yeah, they could be getting to an end within the denial and rooting their truth and reality, okay? Let's see. Somebody could have been, you know, recognizing different obstacles. They're not taking action right now, but they are planning towards this. They feel they're moving towards destiny. And then we got stress and overwhelm again over here. So somebody could be really anticipating all different aspects of a situation, even where it comes to negativity. When it comes to the commitment that they're wanting to move forward towards and take action within, okay? All right, my goodness. But somebody is sold on a consensus or cooperation at this point that they're wanting to move forward towards. Okay, so it might be taking some time for them to tinker around and get things organized, I guess. But anyway, I feel like I gotta go, so I go now. Man. Guess what popped up? The thing or whatever. It says slow connection. So make sure you don't rush yourself, but I gotta go. All right, bye.